At a time like this, it's a controversial constitutional move. The Prime Minister asking the Queen to suspend Parliament from the middle of next month. Doing so will restrict MPs' ability to prevent a no-deal Brexit. Leaving the Commons empty for so many weeks has prompted a firestorm of criticism. But Mr Johnson claims the suspension has got nothing to do with Brexit.
We're bringing forward a new legislative programme on crime, on hospitals, making sure that we have the education funding that we need. And there will be ample time on both sides of that crucial October the 17th summit, ample time in Parliament for MPs to debate the EU, to debate Brexit and all the other issues.
There has been much prorogation condemnation. The act of suspending Parliament like this, criticised by someone who traditionally doesn't comment on political matters. House of Commons Speaker John Bercow said this move represents a constitutional outrage. However it is dressed up, it is blindingly obvious that the purpose of prorogation now would be to stop Parliament debating Brexit. And just a day after opposition parties agreed a plan to pass a new law to stop a no-deal Brexit, there was further anger.
Suspending Parliament is not acceptable, it's not on. What the Prime Minister is doing is a sort of smash and grab on our democracy in order to force through a no-deal exit from the European Union.
Trying to shut down Parliament in order to force through a no-deal Brexit that everybody knows will do real and lasting damage to people the length and breadth of the UK is not democracy, it's dictatorship.
Parliament returns from the summer recess next Tuesday and will sit until the 10th ahead of the party conferences. Following today's announcement, it will then be suspended until October the 14th, a week later than normal, for the Queen's speech, denying MPs 4 parliamentary days to debate Brexit. It gives Remainer MPs until the 31st of October, the day we're scheduled to leave the EU, to legislate to prevent a no-deal Brexit. But constitutional experts stress it's not about what Mr Johnson has done, but when.
This won't be seen as anything other than a naked political act by the government to try and to shorten the amount of time that the Commons has to try and do anything to stop no deal. It's a clear move to try and cut the amount of time that they've got. It doesn't stop there being any time whatsoever, and they were already up against the clock, but it shuts that time down even further.
Commons leader Jacob Rees-Mogg was part of the delegation sent to the Queen at Balmoral, where she approved the new timetable. He had this to say as he prepared to board his flight home.
So what would you say people might say this is an undemocratic move?
So they wouldn't know what they were talking about. It's normal functioning of our constitution.
Here it is in writing. Suspension of Parliament by royal approval. It all means Her Majesty's government now has a bit less time to discuss Brexit.